Hey, this is me, BenBuzz790, and I'm about to play in a PE. It should start in 2 minutes, but we might have to wait for a few more players. Here's the deck I'm playing. It's almost exactly the list. It's almost exactly the list that's on the competitive section, but I think I have a Syncopate over Mystic Genesis. The idea here is just to play big threats and kill them. If they go bigger than you, that means you can kill their creature with Selesnya Charm, and if they go smaller than you, well, they're going to lose. I like this deck because it has effectively 5 Revelations, and 2 of them you can get back with Angel of Serenity. So that makes a pretty powerful endgame, and it beats most control decks, and blue-white just really can't do anything about it. What else do we have? Simic Hero is pretty key because he gives us a late-game hexproof threat by combining with Deadbridge Goliath. If I scavenge 5 counters onto Simic Hero, there's almost nothing that a control deck can do to kill it, as long as I have enough mana up. Azorius Charm and Selesnya Charm are there for early game defense. Detention Sphere for the same purpose. I have Sky Knight. I play this over Smiter main, and I play it over Centaur Healer. It actually seems like it gains me more life than Healer would, because it stops a creature from attacking and then also blocks another creature. Not only that, but sometimes it's good if I want to play tempo. You know, I play Goliath, I play Sky Knight, take out the blocker, and I can get him for 5 or 10 with Armado Worm. You know, so it's just a versatile card. The sideboard is always changing, but right now the plan is to bring in counter spells against control decks, and against the aggro decks I want to side out a lot of these late game cards and key rooms and turn into more of a mid-range deck that just plays bigger threats and Supreme Verdict. So that's the plan. Hopefully we start soon. It's 7 o'clock right now, and we're just waiting on 3 more players. I've been having a little trouble with the speakers, so hopefully there's not too much background noise. I'm listening with my headphones right now, and everything sounds fine, but I won't really know until after I finish recording and listen to it. So I apologize if the sound quality is not that good. I also hope you like my background music. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but I've got some classic rock going in the back. So what now? Talk about the deck some more. Angel's a pretty good card, as most of you know. I'm only playing 2 instead of the full 4 because I've had too many games where I get stuck with multiple Angels in hand and not enough mana to cast them. The same goes with Revelation. I'm not playing the full 4 because there's just too many times when I've had, 4 mana and Revelation 2 and 3 in my hand, and it's just not doing anything. I'd rather play creatures. This is really more of a mid-range deck than a control deck, but it gets there. Against control decks, I mostly just want to counter their counter spells so that I can, break through with my own big spells. So that's why I have 3 Dispel main and no cancels or anything. I don't really like getting into the counter wars. Smiter's pretty good in that situation. I can force him through, and then they have to Wrath, and then I can, I'm free to resolve whatever threat I want to on my turn. So that's about it. Ah, 2 more players. I don't have the nice pause function that you see on Channel Fireball, so I guess I'm just going to keep talking and wait for this thing to start. been practicing a lot, and this deck does very well against other control decks and most aggro decks, but it does struggle post-board against Rakdos, just because they have Rakdos Return and what's the name? Slaughter Games. So I have to be careful. Normally I board in the second Syncopate and Smiter against them, and it's tricky. It's tricky to play the mid-range game against them because they have a lot of removal. So the trick to beating them is to try to set up a turn where they Rakdos return you, and you discard Smiter and Goliath, and then you can swing back at them with a 9/9 haste that you only paid 6 mana for. And that works pretty well. You can kind of steal the game right out from under them if they're not careful. That's all I've got against them right now. I'm not really sure what else might be good against them. Life gain is okay, but it's not really what you want. The Keyworms are actually pretty good against Rakdos because they rely on, Mizzium Mortars, Dreadbore, and other removal spells to clear the path. Since the Kieran has Hexproof, he can block all their 2/2s all day. Selesnya Charm is pretty good against them, just because it can block their 2/2s, and because it can take out Desecration Demon when it comes down. Alright, one more. Seems like a pretty good deal. If you get it at top 16, then you get 3 packs. So it costs 10 to enter, and you're winning 3 packs, so you almost make everything back just for being in the top half of players. If you get first, you get 33 packs. We'll see if I can pull that off in a minute here, I guess. Alright. First game. Hopefully it's not Rakdos. Alright, well this is an interesting hand. I don't think I can keep it on the off chance that, well actually the good chance that he's aggro, because he's playing first. If he were not playing first, I would probably keep this hand. Alright, this one's a little slow, but it's much better because I've got some early action and then I can follow it up with a worm. Alright, let's see what happens. There's a lot of different decks that could start with this build gate. He could just be playing straight Golgari aggro, or he could be playing Jund Control, which plays things like Rakdos Return, Vraska. I think I can just outcard that deck with all the Revelations and with Worm and with Zaigana. But if he's Golgari aggro, it might be a little more difficult. This is a pretty good draw, especially if he turns out to be aggro. Yep, okay, so the plan here is to play big threats and to try to outcard him. Hopefully he won't catch me off guard. I wouldn't anticipate him having Rakdos Return game 1, but he could. Yep. That's typical. Alright, so I have a couple choices to make here. One plan is to use Sky Knight to pin down the Dreadmangler, and that puts a creature on the board in case he plays a Planeswalker. he could play Domri. That would be a pretty good extension of this deck from last season. If he does that, then he can use Domri's minus to kill Sky Knight and the Mangler. And then I would have to use Detention Sphere on it. If I play Detention Sphere on the Mangler, then he goes to... then he pluses the Planeswalker. You know what, I don't think he has the Planeswalker because he tapped out for this on his turn. I guess the real question is, do I want to save this for Vraska? And I think the answer is... no. No, the answer is yes. I definitely want to hit this with Vraska because that stops him from destroying it with Vraska. So I'm going to play Sky Knight. Another potential option is to just Azorius Charm the Dread Mangler onto the top of his library, but I like to save that for threats that are a little harder to deal with. I can just block Dread Mangler, but I can't block like Lolith Troll or the Big Demon if he has it. Again, I want to save the sphere for Vraska, so I'm going to block here. Yep. Now I'm a little nervous about taking too much damage, so I think I'm going to Azorius Charm this guy. Especially if he doesn't play a land this turn. Alright, he paused on his main phase, which makes me think that he didn't draw a land. I think if he pulled one off the top, he would have dropped it immediately. Out of relief, I guess. We'll see. Yeah, he didn't have one. 3 black, huh? Ah, okay, the keyword. Okay, well, I'm on track to land an Armada one, which is pretty good against him. It's a 2-for-1. At least. It's a 2-for-1 or it wins the game. Yep, that's fine. This is why I think Selesnya has an edge over you, blue-white. I really wouldn't be able to deal with that as straight blue-white. Now the best thing I can draw from here is like a Jace or a Prime Speaker. Okay, this I'm going to Detention Sphere. That'll put him in a pretty difficult position. Yeah, instead I'm going to Azorius Charm it, get him for 10. He's going to draw it, replay it, I'll Detention Sphere it, and I'll win. Yeah. There's not a lot he can do to get out of this. I don't think he'll see this line either. I'm pretty sure he'll lose on my next attack step. He might just not block. Actually, that makes a lot of sense for him to not block. Maybe I underestimated him. Maybe he'll figure it out. In for 10. Play my land. Alright, hopefully he just replays the demon and we win the game. There we go. The Azorius Storm was pretty good that game. See, turn 8's not really... I wouldn't call this a control deck. Turn 8's pretty fast for a control deck. This is more like a mid-range. So I'm planning on getting hit by Rakdos return. So I'm going to want to bring in Smiter. Syncopate. I could even bring in Militant and try to just be faster than him. Yeah, I don't think it's that good if he's playing all the 3/3s. Supreme Verdict is another option because it deals with the demon. It deals with everything pretty well. Just Lolith Troll gets by. So what do I want to take out here? Not really anything. Well, I think the Smiter is going to be better than the Sky Knight in this match. And I don't think Azorius Charm was that good. I mean, it was pretty good last game, but I can't really count on him getting stuck on mana. The other option is to remove some number of Detention Sphere, Jace, and Simic Keyrun in anticipation of permanent destroying effects like Abrupt Decay and Vraska. But I still get marginal value out of all of them. So, yeah, this looks pretty good. Let's go for it. This is a strong hand. One more land and I can cast everything except Revelation. Well, I can even cast Revelation, but it won't be that good. Excuse me if you hear eating noises. I'm eating some carrots. Try to keep my stamina up for these PEs. Yep. That's what Detention Sphere is for. One option is to try to catch him. If he taps out for like a Dread Mangler, I can play Selesnya Charm and just kill the troll. It's not a terrible idea. I think I'm going to go for that. I think it's worth the 2 life that I might lose by playing one of these untapped. It's like I know what his hand is. It's crazy. This guy's he's pretty annoying. He's a big threat. I mean, he could discard 2 cards. That's certainly an option. I'm going to play this untapped and play a key rune. And then next turn I'll have to decide between Goliath or Detention Sphere. So he doesn't have any red, which is good, because that means he can't cast Return right away. No, thank you. Yep, here's the demon. Okay. So I'm going to be casting Detention Sphere this turn, so I don't take 9. But I'm going to 9 though, which is a little lower than I want to be against him. I have to make sure I resolve this Sphinx's Revelation sooner rather than later, and try to start chaining them. Oh, here it comes. Well, yeah, I didn't really want to do this, but I'm going to have to use my other Detention Sphere to get him. And that leaves me, you know, I could chump with the key rune, but it's not that good. I don't like chumping with the key rune. Alternatively, I could play Goliath and block here. I don't know. I think I just have to do this. Hopefully his last card isn't a second Abrupt Decay. I'm kind of screwed if it is. Alright. Nope, that's game. He's got me. Nah, even that wouldn't have been enough. So, lesson learned. Save your Selesnya Charms for the demon, and use Detention Sphere on the troll. And hopefully you can just block the Mangler. I think I want one more answer for his guys that can't be hit by Vraska or Abrupt Decay. So I'm going to bring in the Supreme Verdicts. Alright, this is a good hand. It has my inevitable late game combo here. I'm going to hold Smiter for as long as I can. It's one less card that he gets when he casts Return. So That's pretty good. He seemed a little disappointed. I'm thinking he has a 2-drop that he wanted to play. Next turn we just get to drop Goliath, which is going to be pretty big. Because he can't kill it with Mortars or Abrupt Decay. He can only kill it with Dreadbore, if he has it. Yep, that's fine. I'm in a little bit of trouble if he has a demon here. I could potentially sacrifice Dead Bridge. Yeah, I don't really want to do that though. I could potentially sacrifice this and scavenge onto Smiter. You know, to tap his demon and then get him for 9. Nope, he has it. I'm still going to hold. Let's see, he can hit for 4. So I'm still going to hold on to Smiter here. I'll probably keep Zaigana if he hits me with Rakdos Return, so that I can refill my hand. That's fine. Yep, I'm taking 6 here. Probably just going to take 8 and land Armada Worm. I'll save Angel to remove any problem creatures. Yep, this looks good. Because he had 2 more Dreadbores. You could have Abrupt Decay Dreadbore, I guess. Then he gets him for 3. Yep. See, it's not bad. It's a nice little 2-for-1. If I draw a Lantern, I'm going to play Angel, getting back just the Armada Worm, I think. Alright. 2 Smiters. Yeah, I think I just want to play them out now. I could play Jace and try to hit a land, but I think the odds are too high that I'll either miss. Yeah, I think double Smiter seems better. This will let me hit a Zaigana for 5 next turn, if he doesn't kill them both. And that will likely lead into a Revelation, and yeah. Kind of cascades. Again, if I draw a land, I'm just going to play Angel. If he wipes my hand with a return, I'm going to scavenge onto one of these guys and hopefully just beat him down with 13 power. Alright, he's thinking hard. Ah, is this the return? So he's just going to go for it? Let's see, he gets in for 3. I'm going to kill both the keyruns right here. That's an easy decision. He's got to have return. He might have 2 of them. And if that's the case, then I have to... win ASAP. So what are my options here? I can play Jace and keep Selesnya Charm up. I can drop Zigana and draw 5 cards. That seems like a pretty good option. Or I could scavenge and swing for 9. He threw away both the keyruns, and that makes me think that he's got 2 returns in hand. Or else, 1 return and something that can do 3 damage. I think he's just got 2 returns, so that means I need to draw some life gain as fast as I can. Or win the game as fast as I can. I think my best bet is playing Zigana. That will let me draw 5 cards, keep Selesnya Charm up, and I could even scavenge next turn. So I think I play Zigana, attack for 4, get him for 16. Then the following turn I can attack for 13, 14, 15. Or if I scavenge, I can attack for, let's see, 10, another 9. So I can kill him next turn if I play Zigana this turn. I think that's my best option. She's pretty good. Revelation here might be better, admittedly, but she might get me out of the woods too. Alright, so I got 2 Jace and a Detention Sphere. It's not quite the life gain I was hoping for, but it might do the trick. I don't think he can kill me next turn. I'm pretty sure. I'll be able to scavenge and cast Selesnya Charm next turn. So I might just be able to, scavenge onto Zigana and swing in through any creature that he plays. Will that work? That's 18 plus 10, or that's 18, 19, 20. So yeah. Okay, that's one option. Maybe he just made a mistake when he attacked with both. Is there any way I can kill him right now? I can cast Detention Sphere and Charm, or Scavenge and Charm. If I Scavenge and cast Charm, what's my best bet here? This is tricky. If I attack with both guys, I absolutely cannot let him, cast this next turn. because he might cast something like Annihilating Fire, and then just whack me for 3, and I'll be dead. I think whatever I do, I want to leave Charm up. Okay, so here's what I can do. I can scavenge Deathbridge onto the Prime Speaker. I won't attack with Hierarch, or Smiter. And I'll keep Charm up in case he kills Smiter and tries to, win with the Mangler. I'll have something to chump block with. The reason I don't want to use Detention Sphere is because I don't want to get blown up by Abrupt Decay. This forces him to have 2 removal spells. Yeah, that seems like the right play. Nope, except I forgot to scavenge, so now we're just attacking with the Prime Speaker. Well, this is a little safer, I guess. I keep making these misclicks, man. It's bad. Now I can cast Jace and still leave Celestia Charm up. So that might be a little bit better. Yeah, we're going to minus Jace. Try to find that life gain. Now, 1 life may make a difference here. If I draw, like, Revelation. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Oh, maybe he just has 2. I might just be dead. Let's see. No, there's the Revelation. That's interesting. But yeah, I'm going to take a Revelation. I have to save it so I can cast it in response to a second Skullcrack. Then he needs 2 Skullcracks to come. I mean, he could just have, like, removal and Skullcrack. There's not much I can do about that. He might be trying to figure out how to do it right now. Now I'm dead to Rakdos Return. We'll see. I don't think he has it because he paused for so long. Oh no, he's got it. I'm just dead. Yep. Well, that was a good round. It's too bad that I misclicked that second game there. And this game. If he... I could have won if I'd attacked with both and he didn't block. And then I cast Celestia Charm. I think I could have won that. That's too bad. Very disappointing. Okay, well, I'm going to end the first video here and start uploading it. So I have been having fun so far. Hey, guess what? I'm playing on a Mac. I bet you didn't know that.